Hi, in this video we're going to be taking a look at this R36 game console. Now I purchased this from eBay for spares or repair and I paid, I think it was £22 plus around £3 postage. I'll just bring the listing up so you can have a look. And what it says is the item is faulty and doesn't work. I was charging the device when I seen a bright light inside and a smell of burning. I disconnected the charge and the device still worked and was even playing Mario vs Donkey Kong with no issue. But then when the battery ran out, it didn't charge. Again, showing pictures of where it burned out on the motherboard, assuming it's something to do with the charge and capacitors or battery. Ideal item for someone to fix, like YouTuber my mate Vince. Right, let's get this box and that out of the way. And let's spin it over and we'll have a look inside to see where the damage is. Now, if you haven't heard of my mate Vince, which I suspect a lot of you have, he's another YouTuber that fixes stuff, and he's actually one of the guys that inspired me to start up my channel. So if you haven't seen his channel before, I'll just bring it up on the screen there. Check it out, because if you like my stuff, I'm sure you'll like his stuff as well. Right, so let's get this battery disconnected, I think, first. I'll just grab my little tweezers. Right, there we go. Let's zoom down a bit. So this looks like the problem area here. It looks like that IC's failed. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 screws around the outside, so let's remove those. So the 6 screws removed. And there's the back off. Right, I'll probably have to bring the microscope in on this one. But it just looks like it's possibly just that one IC there. I'm not sure how the motherboard comes out. Looks like we'll probably have to disconnect this little display connector here. And these little joystick ones, let's get that disconnected. And a little speaker connector here. And it looks like we'll probably have to undo these 2 screws here as well. Let's see if we can get this motherboard out now then. I think I'll have to take the SD card out. Just get that out of the way. Actually, there's 2 SD cards. Just put that one over that side. Ah, there we go. I think there was just some adhesive in there holding it in. Yeah, it was stuck down with a bit of adhesive there. Oh, but one of the buttons has fallen out. Let's pop that back in the place there so it doesn't get lost. Right, move that out of the way. And let's bring the microscope in and we'll have a look over this board. One moment please. Right, I've got the microscope set up there. And that's the area that's damaged just here. Looks like it's took a track off the board there possibly as well. I'm just going to get some IP on there and we'll just try cleaning this area up just so we can see what the actual damage is like. Oh no, the leg's still there, it's just a bit black. Right, just turn it that way a moment, and what I'm going to do is just get some flux. I'm just going to apply some flux around the area and we'll see if we can get this chip off, I think. Actually, I don't know whether to put some low melt solder on this just to make it a bit easier. I think I'll try some low melt. I haven't used it for a while. Right, I'm just going to put some flux on here first. Right, I'm just going to put some low melt solder on here. It's just with it being burnt onto the board, I'm not sure how successful this will come off. But sometimes it fuses itself to the copper. And I think that's what's happened in this case. Let's see if it'll move it all with some tweezers. Actually, this might have a pad underneath as well. Right, I'm just going to get the rework station out on this. So I'm at 6% on my station here, and I've got it set to 400. Actually, yeah, it might have a thermal pad under here because I can see something there. Right, there we go. I'm just going to add some more flux onto this. I'm just going to use some solder wick to try and clean up these pins. So just to angle a bit so I can get in a bit better. Right, just give that a bit of a clean up with some IPA now. And then I'll see if I can find out what this IC actually was. I don't know if we can make any marking out on it. Let's just have a look. I think it's just got remains of burnt plastic on it there. Right, just going to try some IPA on that. Doesn't look like we're going to get a number off this. I can see the dot on it and that's about it. Right, I'm going to have a look online just to see if I can find out what this IC actually is. So I've had a look online and I found a photograph of one of these boards. I think somebody was having a problem with one of the joysticks or one of the buttons maybe. And the chip appears to be an ME4057A. So I've ordered one, but in the meantime I'm just thinking what's actually caused this to fail. Has the chip just failed, or is there a short somewhere possibly? So I'm thinking I'm going to check these capacitors and resistors here. I think there's about 4 capacitors and a resistor, so we'll just check that those aren't short. So let's just try this one here. That seems okay. I don't know if you have any shorts on that one. Let's try this one. That seems alright. That seems okay. This looks like a little resistor here, so let's check that. 1K, yeah, so that seems okay. So we don't appear to have any shorts on this, and I guess just the chip has just failed internally. I haven't seen the data sheet on it, but it looks like possibly this is one of the power pins here, with it being quite substantial. So that may be the power input, and this pin here is probably the power output, and one of these is probably a charging indicator, current limiting perhaps, and these ones just look like grounds and not connected by the look of it. Right, so when the new chips arrive, I think we'll fit it and we'll take it from there. So it's been a few days and the new chips have arrived. So I'm going to get one out and we'll try fitting it to the board. Right, I'll bring the microscope back in. So this is the new IC here, 4057A or ME4057. But I've just looked at the bottom of it and it looks a bit tarnished. So I'm going to clean it up using a bit of paper and some switch cleaner. I'm just going to put it on top of here. That looks better. Not as tarnished now, is it? I'm going to add a little bit of flux and just tin these pins first, I think. It might be easier said than done. Right, I think that'll do. I'll get the board. I'm just going to add a bit of flux onto here and tin these pads too. Right, just going to add some more flux and then we'll get the Rework station on it. Make sure we get the IC the right way around. Right, let's just check that's sitting flat. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Right, I'm just going to give that a bit of a clean up. Right, let's go and try it then. Let's see if I can get this cable fed through here first. So this display cable needs to go under there. This looks a bit awkward. I need to have that bit sticking through. Let's try and get this switch positioned back in. That's it, apart from the joystick cable under here now. Right, I think that's it. We've got both of those cables out, the buttons are in place. Right, let's grab my screwdriver. Right, that's a display connector in. I'm just going to zoom down a bit just so I can see these are connectors properly. Right, that's that one in. And hopefully that's that one in. So this card went in here, and this card went in here. Right, let's plug the battery in. I don't think there's any power in this battery. Tell you what, let's just check, see if there's any voltage in this battery first. Doesn't appear that there's anything in the battery. It looks completely dead. Right, I'm going to get my little USB tester. Right, back with my little USB tester. I'll just plug that in. Well, we've got a charger light on. I'll just zoom down a bit. And it's drawn 1.7 amp. I don't know if the charger I've got it plugged into is very good, because the voltage has dropped a bit to 4.68. I'll just try it on a different charger just to see. It could be this lead as well, it's not the best. Let's try this charger. Oh, it's a little bit higher, but it's still a little bit down. Right, I'll leave it like that for a bit and then we'll come back to it. Let's leave it to charge a bit. Well, the current has dropped to just over 3/4 of an amp. So we'll come back to it a little bit later. Right, it's only drawn 1/4 of an amp now. So it mustn't be far off being done. Right, it looks like it's fully charged now then. It's not drawn any current and the light's gone off, so... Right then, let's give it a test. Let's see if it works. Where's the power button? R36 open source console. And there's the old IC there. Super Nintendo, let's give that a go. Oh, got no idea how you use it. Looks like it's got quite a few games on it though. Let's try this one, Super Mario World. Where's the volume? Right, what do we press now then? I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to go this way. Right, enough of that one. Oh, I can't remember any of the moves. But... Right. Not a bad little thing, that. I'm quite pleased with that one. Right then, if you enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment section below. And as always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.